let's just go into the game and let's see on what's gonna transpire between Orgless and LG Hydra.
And once again, this is a best of 3. So medyo cutthroat pa rin, pero may room for adaptation as LG Hydra on the blue side and Orgless on the red side here. No big invades happening for this one. No big risks just yet. No desperate plays. And I do think that level 1 is actually okay for both of these teams. No, like they both have tools to scrap it out before they get their second abilities. So for now, it's just the junglers are going to be starting on opposite sides of the map. Of course, we're going to see Smexy ganking probably a little bit more than Ego, but we're going to have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, what I really like about this composition, especially whenever a Jhin gets drafted, you don't really expect a lot of damage from Jhin, but with a Nautilus, Jhin makes it work that every time in the bot lane, whenever someone ganks, they're gonna be probably getting a kill just because of that extra CC they get from a Jin's W. So now they need to be careful in the bot lane because Leomark doesn't have any kill potential at this point.
Yeah, so medyo separated ang ating trades dito. It's gonna be support the combat versus marksman. And yeah, another thing is that you don't even have to go for the kills right away, right? With this Nautilus and Jhin, you can actually just go for like Dredge line into the root from the passive, right? And then into Deadly Flourish. That's already a long chain of CC and in a mid-length trade, that should give them a lot of damage. And I think we already saw it. Actually, no, we didn't see it, but if you're watching the HP bars, Snake probably got a little bit of damage off on Leomark and Vasa here. Meanwhile, Kaito doing okay here. I mean, it is just level 2. Hindi naman yun yung big power spike that went immediately ignite onto Kagron Dredge line to go away. That is going to be a Summoner Spell burnt here from Vasa, but Kagron also retaliating with his own plus burning the flash.
Yeah, they burned a lot here, especially for Kagron, but they still have a lot of things to work with. If ever Vasa could have a chance to get in, because right now Kagron doesn't have any more potions. So if ever they try to go in, they might be able to get the kill here, but all know how much damage Jhin could have. They just need to time it right.
Naubusan na rin siya ng mana dito, no? So you can't just spam out those traps, those dancing grenades as well as the Deadly Flourish. Has to conserve it a little bit as well. Smexy is right around the corner. They are a little bit pushed in. It's going to be hard. So I think it's just going to be Smexy clearing his bot side camps here. Don't think anything is gankable here right now. So just go back, reset. They could try forcing something since the wave is starting to push back against LG Hydra. No? So that could be the play.
Yeah. Remember, both of our junglers started on opposite ends, kaya hindi talaga tayo makakita ng big fights again. And everybody's just playing it safe. They don't really want to go or make any mistakes. Kasi whoever loses this best of 3 would probably be... No, not probably. They're gonna be taken off of the competition, so they need to be careful wherever. And they don't want to be hanging on the thread because if ever that happens on a 1-0, it's gonna be hard because the pressure is really big on the lower brackets.
Here, Duckman sort of struggling, but I think it is. I mean, he doesn't have any combat stats on this tier of the goddess, so expected that he's gonna get bullied in lane with the Death Race range. CS a little bit rough, and yeah, here in the lower brackets, there's a lot of pressure talaga. Like you can't make too many mistakes, even if it's a best of 3 and it's a best of 1. One mistake that could break your team's mental, that could stop your momentum here, and it's gonna be very, very tough here. Ego most likely just trying to give Leomark. He has at that 30 CS range now, so he's probably looking for a back right here.
Yeah. What's really hard about that is now they know where the positioning is of Ego. They're gonna be tracked by Smexy, and Smexy's gank is probably gonna be good. They might be able to go for a dragon angle here if they want to, because they're using a Xin Zhao anyway. But that's what's hard about what Ego did there, the micro mistake right there. But let's see on what they're planning and what they're thinking. That's why they did that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of these other lanes are gankable for Ego right now. Like, he can try and go for Yobel, but the thing is, Duckman just doesn't have the resources to follow up, so he's like, okay, I'm probably gonna go back anyway. Let's just shove in bot lane, help them out, and start power farming even more after this. So it's not too big of a deal here for Ego. Meanwhile, LG Hydra, they're pretty much just chill here. They're fine with keeping the game low and slow. It is their style, and Orgless I think they're also okay with things as they stand right now. They don't want to fight for anything too much. They can go for the Drake here, as we see on the peripheral of our camera here. And it does seem like Orgless is right around the corner. Doesn't seem like LG Hydra is in position to take this out. And Hextech Drake, pretty big here for Orgless. I mean, even one stack is already good here for Leo Mark and Kaita.
Especially for the champions that they have, this is going to be very good for them. The extra attack speed and ability haste, but top lane though, chasing down.
I mean, Safito can't really do anything. He can't stay and fight. He's just looking for a back right there after picking up the rest of his items. He does have his teleport to get back to lane. With the Drake being gone, there shouldn't be too much reason to teleport on the other side of the map. And yeah, I don't think Gwen does too much if she teleports right now to bot lane, even if the fight breaks out. Either Graves nor Gwen, they just want to like fight top lane or contest CS. But here's gonna be a dredge line coming in with a deadly flourish. In comes Audacious Charge, so Flash to get the 3-talent strike, and Snake picks up the kill as he shoots him down. His baby shot him down, and that is going to be LG Hydra picking up first blood there with a decisive flourish.
Yeah, this is what we said a while ago. The amount of kill potential that they have in the bot lane is just because they have a lot of CC to work with. Look at how this. 1 CC. No. Make that 3 CCs, and that's a done deal for LG. And that was enough for them to garner the first kill. But look at top lane, though. Ego is trying to find a way to get in here.
With plated steel caps, it should be a little bit easier for him to continue trading. It's still going to be a little bit rough. Ego right around the corner. Is he visible under a ward? There are pings, but it doesn't seem like he is in the know here. Needlework already being burned here, threatening Kaito and Ego. Because even though it is a 1v2, if you give this Gwen the needlework, the time to stack up the needlework as well as a Conqueror, you might get 1v2. So just gonna call it quits right there and be satisfied with burning the ghost.
Yeah, I really like that. Because of the rotations here from LG Hydra, just because they got the advantage a while ago, they might be able to go for a kill here for Ego.
Smexy going for the invade. Lots of damage coming through. Dredge line. That's going to be Kieran pulling a Cresho right there as he roams all the way here. Picks up the kill, invading with Smexy. Very nice play there. Stops a lot of Ego speed. And this could actually net them the Rift Herald.
Yeah, this is what we're saying a while ago. Just because of that micro a while ago in the bot lane, they could track on where Ego is. And that worked out in favor of Smexy. And Kigron was able to track it on the right time also. And also, getting that vision there, that control ward that they had on the top side of the jungle, that would help them out to track on where Ego is gonna be and try to play around the map on where he is.
That's actually a pretty big control ward around Raptors. I do think that it covers a lot of their bases. It is a pretty ward to get in, and that was pretty much allowed them. Okay, Ego's not passing through here, or Ego passed by through here, so he's probably at his red. Let's go take him down. Easy takeaway. That was definitely a deliberate decision there for LG Hydra that they set up. And Orgless, though, not too many big moves. It doesn't seem like they want to lash out against LG Hydra just yet. Basa right around the corner. They do have some traps here to stop Ego. The traps pretty much just got a lot of Ego's ganking potential on this bot lane unless he gets like a lantern in. So this is pretty good defensive position here for LG Hydra, and we already know since because they got delayed, Smexy has the time to walk down there and respond to any potential ganks.
They're really going for this. Lockman has the Predator if they want to go for it, but Snake and Kigron was able to smell that from a mile. And now that is just wasted time for the members of Orgless.
Very underrated aspect of Jin's kit, right? Like the traps are a very big defensive tool. It basically, if the opposing jungler doesn't have a dash as a gap close like Whittier, it's very difficult for him to actually get a gank in just straight from the side of the lane. He's gonna have to go for a lane gank if the river side is covered by those traps. Meanwhile, right now LG Hydra fine with a relatively slow game here. They don't need to accelerate. They can just slowly scale up and slowly outpace Orgless here. They can go for a force here onto Duckman because he only has the Merc Treads here. Oh, Ego, nice. They do get their belt for the pressure here. It is going to be a lot of pressure on this mid lane. For sure, this is going to destroy the turret. Meanwhile, Kaito goes for the flash here to dodge the damage. Swapito still cutting him up though, slicing and dicing. Can he get the last few shots? Kaito regenerating his HP. The grit saves him. Kaito with a clutch dodge there against Swapito's needlework is able to clutch it out. The grit helping him out as well. And of course, the Phage giving him just that little bit of resilience to continue moving forward.
Yeah, that was a very big win for Swapito. I mean, for Kaito in the top side, though, he did him dirty. He dodged a lot of the damage coming in from Swapito. That made it successful, but now he might be able to go for this again. Orgless might be able to go for this next one. The Ocean Dig is up, but everyone is hovering around, so this might be a fight.
Yeah, Orgless does have decent vision here, right? They know where it's just going to be a straight up 4v4. Nice event horizon here. Can they stop the Hydra taking a lot of damage? In comes the curtain call here. Basa goes down immediately. Immediate dredge line, depth charge onto Leomar, keeps him from dealing his damage. They're zoning him away with the sniper shots from the against the Ocean Drake here. Duckman putting out the event horizon. Maybe they can separate Smexy from the gang. Leomar comes in with the dash here, but they do secure the Drake. Smexy heals up. Ego, he's gonna try and take him out. He doesn't have flash here. He's gonna be his last stand, sacrificing his life here for the Ocean Drake. And a big shutdown to Duckman.
Yeah.
That might not be worth it for LG Hydra.
Yeah, that's a work for Orgless for
Veigar.
sure. Yeah, giving that to Veigar and also adding into his AP, that is going to be good. But looking at how this all transpired, that death charge to the curtain call was also together with the Chaos Storm. That's why most of the damage didn't come through for the members of Orgless. And that's why LG was able to get the Ocean Drake. But at this point in the game, in where it's 12 minutes already, this Ocean Drake doesn't have much of a value. And getting that shutdown goal against them, that is super worth it for Duckman. That would just accelerate the damage from this Veigar in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think out of all the evils though, I think that was the best one. Like that was the least evil. Because imagine if Smexy went with his team instead of sacrificing himself in Drake Pit. Meron pang flash si Leomar. So once he gets the kill onto Smexy, he has the means, he has the gas in the engine to go for the rest of LG Hydra, who no longer have their big ultis. So I actually think, even though it's not the ideal outcome for them, and Orgless definitely worth it with a shutdown for Duckman, I think that was the best, the least worst case scenario for LG Hydra that doesn't give Orgless too big of a chance to get back or to close the gap here as well.
Oh no,
he walked into the wrong lane. I think he's gone. He's gone. Can he get a kill before dying though? I don't think so. No. There's nothing.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think he was trying to quick draw into the other side and maybe deny blast cone or something, but he pretty much just got played there with LG Hydra. And Keyground once again with a big roam here, 100% kill participation across the map. Stepping up, he is stepping up a lot. A very underappreciated member of the LG Hydra, and definitely stepping up in this national stage.
Yeah, I mean, putting in a lot of most of the members who have insurance here, look at the top side. They're going to be taking down that tower without any contest, but it's at least Orgless going to be able to take down a tower of their own with the TP on the top side though.
Oh, it's not a turret race. It's not even a race. Kaito's just going to die again. So in the end, okay, Orgless gets first turret. Oh, never mind. Kingdom died, so that's actually not worth it anymore. So Orgless gets first turret. LG Hydra picks up a kill, but because Keyground died, and give a kill onto Kaito. Once again, that's Orgless, I think, being ahead of the curve there. Yobel now under duress. He's gonna get the gravity well onto Duckman there, flashing over the event horizon, not enough to lock him down completely. So that is a flash burn for himself as well. So that could be relevant in the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Look at the amount of CS that Yobel has right now. I mean, he has 160 CS. He's just chilling in mid lane, taking off the pressure, especially when the time comes that Duckman gets away in lane. That is the time that Yobel would just get the towers. He got a lot of platings also during the earlier part. So we are looking at a very fed Yobel at this point. Orgless needs to step up if they want this Duckman to be relevant later on. Because, I mean, Veigar is always going to be relevant, but right now, Yobel has more damage because he has the Luden's Echo and he has the large shroud already.
Definitely. I mean, it's not so big of a gap that Duckman, of course, the one kill is not enough to close the gap of 50 CS and 1 assist, right?
Yeah.
So Duckman here, I think though, is still fine. I don't think big, huge damage is the way that he helps his team here. They already have that with Kaito and Leomark. I think all he needs to do is get a good event horizon, and Everfrost the guy that gets hit. That's a very weird hook right there. That's pretty much a chain of hooks, right? Dredge line, and then the death sentence follow up. That could have ended very badly depending on where Kigran was. Like he could have straight up inted his teammate there if he wasn't careful, but he was able to get it done quite easily. Kaito trying to get some work done with the Hull Breaker on the side lanes. Swapito though, he's still gonna be fighting it out with his Riftmaker already completed. He should be able to drain tank against Kaito decently well, but it's still gonna be basically a 50-50 matchup here. Depends on who gets the outplay on who in this fight.
Yeah, I really like the fact that at this point nobody can 1v1 Kaito because Kaito has the Hull Breaker. That's why everyone needs to put a bit of an investment if they want to get the kill on him. But the pressure that he's putting on the bottom side of the map is not going to be easy to turn against. Because right now, look at that. Because of that, they can go for this Cloud Break. But Smexy is probably going to go...
Dude, Death Sentence gonna get dodged. They're gonna go immediately onto Ego, keep him from getting the smite out. That's gonna be a Dredge line immediately on Basa.
Oh.
No CC for them. And from downtown comes Swapito. No. He's 1v2ing. He's got supporting fire from Snake. They secure the Cloud Break here. They have to give up Swapito, but here comes the rest of LG Hydra. Does Orgless have enough damage to finish it off? Snake taking a lot though. In comes Smexy. Face tanks the rocket after going for the wind comes lightning. Now Snake gonna try and go for the finishing blow. He does pick it up, but now Yobel gonna get cleaned up by Kaito. It is gonna be a 5 for 4 here, an ace in favor of Orgless, but LG Hydra does, I believe, yeah, they do pick up the Drake right here. And in that grand scheme of things, 5 to 4, not too bad. They don't pick up anything after that ace, and they get the Cloud Drake as an investment.
Remember, during this fight, it's a 4v5, but they were able to do it again. Orgless right now, especially, we pointed out a while ago, Kaito is really fed right now. He can go and fight anyone that he wants as long as he's far away from anyone. When Leomark died, that is when Kaito popped off. Yobel is
anime
not
mode.
gonna be able. Yeah, that's why he was able to get the triple kill there. And even though they got the Cloud Break, good for the members of LG. Orgless getting an ace there and some shutdown goals, getting, especially from Yobel, that is a very big win for Orgless.
Yeah, definitely. And this game has been even for the past like 3 minutes. LG Hydra had a very, very small lead, but this is neck and neck here. And I think if we can take a look at the items, we'll have a better idea of who can perform well into the 20-minute mark. Most of them do have their mythics already. The biggest thing here is that Kaito just really wants to, for the most part, wants to split push and get full value from the Hull Breaker. It's going to be a fight. Kigran stuck between a rock and a hard place, the event horizon, and he's going to get shredded to bits by Leomark. This is another kill here, and it is on a key member. Leomark silently, slowly building up that gold. He's 2-1-5 this week's 7/9 kill participation for his team, and he is already building up to, after he gets his recall here, he's probably going to get a very big component to his third item. LG Hydra taking out turrets, opening up the map for themselves, but Orgless taking things back.
Yeah, after he gets this Immortal Shield Bow for Kaito, he's gonna be unkillable, but top lane.
I don't think they're just gonna disengage here. There's no flank coming in, but yeah, as you said, Dash.
Yeah, I mean, after the Immortal Shield Bow, this is just gonna be hard for them. Probably gonna go for a Bloodthirster after for Kaito, and he's gonna be unkillable later on. And considering that what he's doing is just he's split pushing every time. Not having the damage that Swapito has in the game right now, where right now he's much more relevant if ever he goes to a fight rather than 1v1 with Kaito. Kasi pag nakipag 1v1 siya kay Kaito right now, he's not gonna be dealing a lot of damage, and he's probably gonna miss a lot of his snips because that is what Graves is. It's a very good 1v1 champion against Gwen at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And with Swapito, behind the curve here in terms of the top lane, especially with the Hull Breaker giving him a boost. Once Kaito actually builds as you said, his mythic, it's gonna be much harder for him, for Kaito to actually duel this. So I think what they can try to leverage here is a 5v4 and try to take down Leomark or Duckman, most likely Leomark, before Kaito finishes the teleport, right? Like, that is a play that they can go for. They could also just diversify their assets here, and instead of going for a 4 and a 1, they can go for like a 1-3-1, which is what they're doing here right now. They know that Yobel can split push, has very good wave clear, has a teleport, can also move very fast between lanes. So with this, there's a little bit more threat against Orgless, because if Kaito's just matching the split push from Swapito, then it all comes out even, and actually it comes out ahead for Kaito because he's the one that's stronger in the 1v1 right now.
Yep. And what's hard about this is that natatakot ako for the members of Orgless right now that Yobel is just building onto his third item na malapit. Honestly, he's 250 CS right now. That's a very, very big amount of CS with 2 kills in his name. Probably pag back niya dito, he has at least half of his third item already, and that is gonna come after this objective that's gonna come out in at least 30 seconds though. Flashing.
Oh no, that's gonna be the flash in as well. Basa trying to run away, but the curtain call might just be curtains for him. Teleport coming in here from Kaito to try and save his buddy. In comes Orgless here to try and set up the fight in this choke point. But, okay, Hydra is separated. Orgless can go for the turn with the Event Horizon. Nice Crescent Guard there to make space for Swapito. They're gonna have to sacrifice the life here of Smexy. Duckman finishes him off, and in comes Tigran to help out Swapito. He's gonna pull Ego into it. Meanwhile, Swapito's gonna focus on Duckman here. Support Ego's gonna try and make space for his team. Ego, can he 1v1 the Gwen here? He does have the damage of the Phoenix Sense. Yes, he can. Swapito cannot drain that, but in comes a deadly flourish. Unable to save him as Ego burns him down. So Snake cannot finish him off. It ends up as a 3-4-3 even, Steven, for our teams. Very, very close. Scattered team fight, but one that was so close to being disastrous for either side.
Actually, that can be a 3-4 because Basa was also not there during the whole fight. So it was basically a 4v5 again because Orgless was scattered around the whole fight, but Snake needs to be careful here though, but yet Yobel, he's gonna go in. Probably gonna be an advantage for LG Hydra.
Yeah, for sure. They can actually go for a little play here. Yobel could try and go for the steal. No, it's going to be nice Lantern here. Rocket to push him away. Orgless clean. Smooth criminals in the Cloud Drake pit. Getting out clean after that traded fight. So Orgless actually gets ahead of that a little bit with a Cloud Drake. This is mostly helping out Duckman here. Actually, this isn't too big, but having your damage ults always up isn't bad, right? So LG Hydra would have appreciated more cloud stacks because they have a lot more crucial ultimates, but let's see if they can contest the Baron here as we're approaching the 24-25 minute mark.
Yeah, right now I think Cloud Drake, if you're gonna be contesting a Cloud Drake right now, especially for this match in where it gives you movement speed, but Kaito top lane.
Yeah, I think he can actually try and go for Yobel here if Yobel isn't careful, but there's just too much. That was close, huh? That was close. If Tigran slipped up even once there in locking down Kaito, I think he would have had enough damage to go for Yobel. But that's one big kill. Kaito going down. Immediately goes for the call to go for Baron here. Boss is going to try and scout it out. He does have the rest of his squad right on the corner. This is still a 5v4. Tigran, though, not going to get hit by the Flame Choppers. Gravity Well here. Dredgeline not connecting. No hook line and sinker just yet. They're trying to lock away Ego and the rest of the squad. He's going to have to sacrifice the life of their support, but can they fight this 4v4? Kaito still down for 10 more seconds. Swapito cannot move through the Event Horizon. Smexy cannot find an in. I think they have to back off here. Duckman, though, looking for something. Can't get the Event Horizon onto Smexy if he's not careful. This is a long run for him to go. He does not have his flash. They're just going to have to sacrifice Smexy's life here unless... Oh no, he does get hit by the Event Horizon, and the Hawk just finishes it off. Duckman getting more stacks for himself. So that's 2 kills for Baron. The big thing, 2 members do not have Baron here, but that is still a big swing here for LG Hydra. That's a lot of gold, a lot of XP, and of course the Baron buff.
Yeah, losing Kaito during that last fight, I mean, they have been playing, Orgless has been playing a 4v5 since a while ago. That's why they're always on a disadvantage. It's a good thing that Hydra knows that. If ever one member falls down, they don't have enough damage to fight these fights. And most of the time, whenever someone falls down, it's one of the carries. And that's why Orgless doesn't have enough damage to do that. Now, LG Hydra, they should just leverage this Baron that they have. Yes, nobody could 1v1 Graves at this point in the game, but if they just stick together, get some towers, get some tower pressure, they might be able to get home.
Yeah, what LG Hydra's been doing is they have a multifaceted approach to the Graves, no? So, hindi lang sila, okay, mag-5 na lang tayo, 5v4 every time, let's just leave Kaito, it's too big of a threat to 1v1. Sometimes they go 1-3-1 in order to kind of diversify their threats against the lanes of Orgless. Sometimes they just go for Kaito straight up and go for the 5v4. And sometimes they go for the 5v4 first before and outpacing Kaito in whatever he's doing the side lane. So here they have the Baron buff with the Jin's not really the fastest turret taker, no, pero they have the Baron buff. They can finish it off here. Leomar taking a lot of damage. Ooh, that was a very dangerous red line. Yobel, he does have flash here, but I don't think he's going to use it to go for the kill. That's going to be the threading the needle here. Leomar picks up the kill. Kegron trying to play keep away with Masa and Kaito. Meanwhile, Smexy trying to run from Ego, but that is an Udyr, and you cannot run from him at all. Scorpito in the backline, gonna get supporting fire from the 5th gal of Snake. Smexy, actually, can he get the kill onto Snake? Yes, he does, and now he's tanking against Ego. Once again, it's a repeat of that match earlier, and Ego is gonna kill him. He's gonna go down. That is gonna end up as a 4-for-2, stopping the Baron buff and evening out the gold here. And Scorpito, or Kaito rather, immediately goes for the push on the top lane to take out that turret. That was gonna even out the gold even more, open up the map for themselves. And man, Orgless just threading the needle here, escaping and counter-attacking.
Yep. If we had a smart replay there, I can see the reason why LG Hydra lost that fight. Yobel was out of position, and that is the reason why they weren't able to do anything. Having Yobel down, that's a 4v5 that they don't want to fight against, especially against Orgless right now, because now they have a lot of significant damage and they're all scattered around. They don't have any business on going on that part of the jungle though. Look at this. Look at this smart replay right now. It's because they are really scattered around. Kegron 1v2ing with nobody there. And that's why it was super hard for them to get the win. It's a good thing that Smexy was able to get the kill on Leomar though. But other than that, that is a big win for Orgless. Threading the needle, lessening the goal gap in their favor.
Medyo inasiman ni Yobel si Leomar din na.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think he was really trying to go for for not really a shutdown, but just a way to take him down. Like Leomar has been slowly building up a big portfolio of gold here. I think he's already at 3 items, already like 1/3 of his way into his 4th item. He's 4th in 10. That is not a score that you can scoff at, no? And here with a Cloud Drake, not yet Soul, but it is gonna go uncontested as Orgless picks up their 2nd Cloud Drake stack here. LG Hydra pivoting to top lane here. There's gonna be good wave clear coming in from Leomar onto mid lane, but Yobel, he's gonna be tearing through this turret very, very fast. Meanwhile, Kaito juking it out with Scorpito in the bot lane in terms of the waves. Scorpito does not want to challenge that just yet.
Yeah, I mean, stacking the Cloud Drakes or Orgless, it's really helpful, especially for team composition, composing of an Udyr. So this out-of-combat movement speed that they get from the Cloud Drake is just much more valuable because they need to walk in order for them to get an engage with Ego. And that is really great for Orgless. Slowly, if ever they get this Cloud Soul in their favor, that's a very, very big win for them. So LG Hydra needs to stop that from happening.
Yeah, it also gives them one crucial tool against LG Hydra, which is, like you said, your out-of-combat movement speed is not just to start the fights and chase, it's also to respond to the map movements of LG Hydra. They like to play that macro game, and here Orgless has the tools to try and match that. And right now, they're starting to get ahead of the curve here, and these champions from Orgless scale a lot harder than Jin or Xinjiao, right? And so it's gonna get scarier and scarier for LG Hydra going into past the 30-minute mark. Of course, they can still get for example, if they can just take down Leomar immediately, take down roast Duckman immediately, then maybe they have a much better chance here. Ego is a pretty tanky target here, but Yobel, he is very equipped to shred him down. Even with a Force of Nature, he's taking a lot of damage, gets saved of course with the Dark Passage. That's just going to be a reset. Chaos Storm is going to get used. Baron is the next big fight here, so they have to prepare everything against that, and I think that's what Hydra is doing. They're positioning aggressively topside so they can get some advanced vision here on the jungle side of Orgless in the red.
Yeah, if that was Leon Beast, that could have been a kill to Ego, but they went in for the Luden's Echo Beast because they wanted to burst most of these carries. So that is very smart for their side, but right now they need to be careful because what Orgless is doing is this. They're stalling the game so that most of their members get their fourth or fifth item and get that Cloud Soul before they go in for the kill. So Hydra needs to know that. Right now, they don't need to go for this stalemate. They need to fight whenever they can.
Oh,
because
Smexy.
they're getting OG is Orgless is scaling so fast.
Yeah, and it's just gonna reach a critical point here for Orgless where these marksmen just deal too much damage for LG Hydra to keep up. I mean, eventually Smexy is gonna fall off, right? I mean, he's already started to fall off rather. And Yobel, of course, has pretty good scaling, but not as much as any of these three carries from Orgless. And Snake, of course, while he's dealing consistent damage, he might just be outpaced and out DPS by Kaito and Leomark later in the game. They have a little bit of a silver lining here. Swapito gonna try, he just cannot. It's just not happening.
Yeah, he can't even 1v1 even with the true damage that he has.
The Maw, though,
because
it's the
Kaito
Maw
is
as well.
also, yeah, it's the Maw. That's why it's really helping out. And also the Hull Breaker resistances that it gives. So that's why it's super hard. But Kegron though.
Oh, Kegron might get caught out of position here. Smexy does not want any part of
That's
that.
big.
Oh no, that's Baron. That has to be Baron, right? And
That's
Smexy
big,
caught out of position. Yeah, Orgless has got this hook line and sinker most likely. And is going to be Smexy just getting imprisoned as well. He can try and Swapito's here to help out, and there's no Hull Breaker passive here. He's dealing a lot of damage, but Kaito is gonna do actually escapes Smexy, but now Swapito is the one who might get taken down here. It's kind of splitting his damage, and Kaito is actually just face tanking Swapito here at this point with his Bloodthirster. Damn, he's just not dying at this point. But no Baron take just yet, and actually Smexy cannot finish off the kill on Ego, and he gets the triumph. And Snake, yes, Yobel gets a kill onto Leomark, but Kaito still able to survive. And I think, they're still gonna go for the call here to go for Baron. Without Smexy, this is a very favored for LG Hydra, but this could still be risky. Duckman needs to use his event horizon in the best way possible, cut off these entrances while they're rushing this Baron here. Nice damage onto Swapito, but now Kaito on the run here. Nice dredge line onto Ego, but not Kaito. They do get the shutdown onto the Udyr, and that's gonna be Orgless. A little bit slow on the initial Baron take, allowing them to get punished by LG Hydra with a turn. And once again, this is gonna be a big momentum shift here in the favor of the Ateneo de Manila University squad. That's a throw.
Look at this,
not the biggest throw, but it is a throw. Oh no, that's a big shutdown onto Swapito there.
Yeah. They're probably going to be taking this Cloud Drake to stop Orgless when taking the Cloud Soul. So right now, they lost a lot during that time. It's a good thing that Swapito, that was a very long dragged on fight. It was like 3 to 4 minutes that they're just all fighting all around the map, bottom side of the jungle and top side of the jungle. They were fighting. But because Swapito survived for so long, they weren't able to take the Baron. That was a really big. Jinx Rocket almost getting it. That was kind of scary, but still, Hydra played that well. That's why right now the goal gap has widened. And LG Hydra is now on the driver's seat. Orgless need to find a way to get out of the fight. I mean, they just need to take down the Baron buff, wait for the duration before they go for a fight.
That's a big swing, huh? LG Hydra, they go for the shoulder tackle on Orgless on the Baron, and then they go for the chest, the solar plexus punch with the Drake take, right? Like, it's the shoulder tackle that gets you, but the punch just denies you that big resource. So, yeah, just break this down, Dash.
Yeah, and I mean, this replay, look at how this is gonna happen. They just tried to get they tried to go and force the Baron. Yeah, if they didn't force it, maybe they could have gotten the Cloud Soul, but Smexy is gonna be the target.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the front for his team here. I don't think they want to start the fight, but he is dealing a lot of damage against Leomark. Leomark does finish off the kill here, and actually LG Hydra. Okay, so they just completely back off with a 50-second death timer for their jungler, and now Leomark is slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, he's gonna be able to build up. He doesn't have he doesn't have that much life steal unless he has the lifeline passive on the Maw. But That's a big death. I'm surprised Hydra didn't try to capitalize at all. And here's Nick, though. Look at his damage. Onto Basa there, but that's not the target he wants to go for. Leomark now in the house. That's gonna be the bear stance to go for the kill here. Snake is not gonna be able to survive as Leomark cuts him down. Ego giving in the work here, showing his work on this Udyr. Is this game? This is a jinx.
Yeah,
This is a jinx with 40-second death timers.
Oh, it's a good thing they have the Baron buff. That's why Swapito was able to back away. That is great. That is great. That could have been game if they don't have the Baron buff, but that's a good way to play for LG Hydra. I mean, the loss per
They just
Smexy,
lost all of their momentum.
Yeah, okay lang yun eh, namatay si Smexy kasi they don't have anything to get anyway. And that is why it's great. But now, with that, they were able to take down the mid lane threat even though that they don't have a Baron buff. And that is good for Orgless, shifting the momentum at least a bit. And Hydra, they can't get anything with this Baron buff anymore.
Yeah. That's the reason why Smexy going down was big. It's not really about the jungle. It's the jungle camps or the jungle objectives being taken. It's more about not having a member to push with to leverage the Baron buff. Because I think they could have leveraged the Baron buff. Let's say Smexy did not get out of position there, did not go for the charge onto Orgless. They could have gone for, once again, a 1-3-1 here with Yobel on top lane, being able to respond with teleport or just being very, very fast on that Victor coming onto mid. I think it could have been, I think they could have extended that 4k gold lead to like 6 or 8k if they had not mispositioned there. And now it's back to 3k gold lead, which is not too big at 37 minutes.
Yeah, to be honest, that could have been okay talaga na Smexy died there, but because they were able to capitalize on it, Orgless is very smart on doing that. We should add that on their smart plays though, pero again, everyone, this is where it's gonna be hard. Because the death timers right now, one mistake could end the game. So that's why everyone needs to be careful here. I like that they put in Kaito versus Yobel here, because at this point, Yobel is the only one who could 1v1 Kaito, especially with the burst.
Yeah, and definitely these mistakes can make or break Kaito. Yeah, I think Yobel is one of those people that can duel Kaito just by staying out of range of the shotgun. And here comes Kigron. They can go for the full. Oh, they're gonna go flash commit onto the dredge line, onto the depth charge here. Can go. Oh no! Medyo late ang dredge line.
Yeah, the minion. Nasa harap niya kasi yung minions eh, kaya hindi siya makapag-dredge line and that's what's sad. Now Ego is gonna capitalize.
He's gonna have to go for the flash here unless he wants to. Okay, he's gonna have to flash. That's big.
Nice.
That's one big gap closer. Nawala dito si Smexy. Yobel, is he gonna try and fight Kaito with his normal Mortis lifeline up? It's pretty dangerous. Bumabalik na yung Orgless sa side, but I think LG Hydra is gonna go for at least stopping the backs here to ensure this inhibitor takedown. Yobel gonna have to back off after this.
That's nice.
HP. Yeah, easily. He could easily get bursted down here. Okay, Death Ray to deny Duckman from going in. And with the Drake coming up, oh no, Swapito here. Can he go for the kill? I mean, Snake could come in for the kill here. Takes out Basa. Ego's next on the chopping block. Here comes Smexy from downtown, but Leomark goes straight for the kill. Smexy in for the rescue. Blocks the rocket. And that's gonna be the shutdown for Smexy. Ego's next on the chopping block. Mamatay dito si Swapito. But now Ego, will he become the it here as he gets taken down? Smexy goes, wind becomes lightning. It's gonna be Snake coming in for the snipes. And actually Yobel finishes off Ego. Kigron fronting for his team. Duckman looking for an out, but it's gonna be the dredge line cutting him down. Mabigat-bigat ang anchor na yan, and Kaito is gonna be next as Smexy pushes through and runs him through with that spear, with that polearm, with the inhibs open, with even without the Baron buff, with these death timers, 20 on Leomark, 5 on Basa. This could be the game as LG Hydra could pick this up. They push not the fastest with this Jhin, but they still have the rest of their team. They can definitely end this. Leomark, he cannot do anything to stop this. Does not have enough
Honestly,
damage as our first game that's taken by LG Hydra. The long game is where they thrive, and Orgless gets taken down 0-1 in this best of 3.
As we said, in the collegiate scene, that is an ace in the hole for LG Hydra. Every time that it's the late game, when it comes to team fights, when it comes to decision making in the late game, LG Hydra is at the top. It takes a long time for them to get there,